How much sleep do I get in dental school? Let's find out. Hello everyone, and welcome to another One Mission DMD video. If you're tuning in here for the first time, this channel is made for anyone interested in a career in dentistry, no matter what stage of the process you might be in. So if you think you can benefit from something like that, please consider subscribing to the channel and liking this video for future content. Also stay tuned, because at the end of the video, we'll be going over a giveaway for a Philips Sonicare 7400 Expert Clean Toothbrush. So if you're interested in that, go ahead and stay tuned for the end of the video where I'll go over the instructions for how to enter. In this video, I'll be going over the amount of sleep that I've been getting from D1 year up until now and how they've been comparing so far. You know, I've actually given this topic a lot of thought. I've been getting more sleep as a D2 than I've been getting as a D1. So D1 year, you come in and you're just taking tests and quizzes and assessments, and that's pretty much all you're doing. And then they like sprinkle in a little bit of sim in there, right? So you're learning a little bit of hands-on stuff, and then mostly doing all the science classes that you're gonna have to take. So in my case, if I had an exam at 7 or 8 in the morning as a D1, I'd be up at like 5 or 6 just studying even the day of the exam. Like, that's just how I am. It's probably not the best thing to do, but I just did whatever worked for me and I kept that. I'd be studying all night the night before, and then a few days before, right? Up until like 12 or 1 o'clock at night, go to sleep, and then wake up again at like 5 or 6 and study again until I had to go to school for taking the test, right? So that was pretty much my routine every week. I'd have about 1 to 2 exams a week or so, something like that, right? So that's pretty much how it was, and sleep was lacking during D1 year. So essentially, I was getting about 4 to 5 hours of sleep like the few days before an exam, because I'd be studying so much and then having to go to school the next day in the morning to go over the next exam's material that they would be going over. Yeah, it was pretty tough, and it did take a toll on me in terms of the amount of sleep that I got. So during the weekends, I tried my best to gain that sleep that I lost on the weekdays. But yeah, like we'd be having an exam at 7 or 8 a.m. and then right after that, we'd have a lecture for the next class. And there wasn't really much of a break. Like, the moment I got home, the first thing I'd come home to think about is, oh, okay, I have a test in like a day or a test in 2 days. So there wasn't like much downtime when I came home, because like whenever I'd come home, I'd just really relax for like an hour or so, and then I just start studying again. So that was pretty much the routine. And then they tried to like sprinkle a little bit of sim clinic in D1 year, which was cool and I love it, but like at the end of the day, it was mostly just taking tests pretty much. So yeah, it was pretty tiring and it was pretty exhausting. When you compare the second year of dental school, there's a certain level of stress and fatigue that comes in with it, but it's very different from first year. So in second year, now that we finished pretty much almost all the science classes that we needed to do, now it's strictly dental. So the didactic classes that we were taking exams for, was strictly about all the procedures that we were learning, all the treatments and everything like that. We're mostly doing hand skill work in the sim clinic. We're learning all the preps, all the restorations, all the types of treatments that we need to do. So essentially, we're training our bodies now to the amount of sitting that we physically have to do. So by the end of the day, when you're leaving sim clinic, you're so tired. Like, you feel just like you don't want to do anything. And the good thing about it though is, like, when you get home, you don't have to worry about much now for the next day, because it's not like you're taking an exam the next day and being like, okay, let me study these slides for like hours and hours. It's not like that. Definitely getting more sleep right now as a D2 than I did as a D1, because I'm not taking an exam every single week and having to study for something the day I just took an exam. You know, so it's a very different situation, and I love it so far. I mean, it's probably the hardest year so far, but I definitely am more well rested than I ever have been before in dental school. So I'm easily getting 7 hours or more every single day. So I think the fact that's also helping with it is that this year, you know, with the coronavirus, that our class is split up into teams. So one team's going in the morning, the other team's going in the afternoon. So we actually don't have to be in school the whole day. So that's also helping too. So even though I go in the morning, I come back at like 12 or 1 o'clock, I can like relax and not even have to worry about anything because I don't have an exam the next day every single week. So far it's looking kind of good, and hopefully I'm aiming to be able to have even better sleep habits moving on as a D3 and D4, because the didactic work is going to become less and less and less. So, well, actually, aside from boards, during our third year, we're going to have to take the board exam. So, other than that, though, there's not going to be like a constant routine of taking exams. So, I'm really looking forward to that. So, we'd be absolutely exhausted after sim clinic. Like the moment I get in the car, I'm like, oh, I have to drive home. I'm so tired. Oh, my back hurts. You know, like those are just the things that you worry about after you finish the first year, because you're not stressing about, okay, I'm getting home and I need to plan out how I'm going to study everything. Actually, physically it's more stressful, but mentally I feel like I'm way more clear than I've ever been as compared to my D1 year. Yeah, so essentially I'm getting more sleep as a D2, and I never thought that would be the case when I started dental school. So yeah, if you stuck around to the end of the video, got another electronic toothbrush giveaway going on in this video. So if you stick around for that, it's going to be the Philips Sonicare 7400 Expert Clean. It's a brand new sealed box and can be yours. So only a few things you're gonna have to do to be entered in for this giveaway to get this. You gotta make sure you're subscribed here to the channel here on One Mission DMD on YouTube. You gotta write a comment down that you're entering in for the giveaway, and you gotta make sure that you're following me on Instagram. So as long as you're doing those 3 things, you're entered in for the giveaway and you're good to go. And I'll be announcing the winner in my next video as well as on Instagram. Anyways, that's the end of this video. That's pretty much how much sleep I got as a D1 and how much sleep I'm getting as a D2 here in dental school. We'll see how much I get as a D3 and a D4. Hopefully it'll be even more, and I'll be able to be well rested every day I go to school. And that's it. Catch you guys in the next one. Peace.